The Philippines, an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, a paradise in the Pacific Ocean. This nation is renowned for its stunning beaches, vibrant culture and warm hospitality, but beneath the surface lies a hidden world teeming with life. The Philippines is recognized as one of the world's biodiversity hotspots. These are areas with exceptionally high concentrations of endemic species. The unique geography of the Philippines has played a crucial role in shaping its biodiversity. Volcanic activity, tectonic plate movement, and fluctuating sea levels have created a tapestry of habitats. Join us as we delve into the lives of 5 extraordinary creatures. Our journey begins with a bird of prey so magnificent, it has earned the title of the national bird of the Philippines, the Philippine Eagle. With a wingspan reaching up to 7 feet, it is one of the largest and most powerful eagles in the world. Sadly, it is also a story of vulnerability. Habitat loss, hunting, and climate change have pushed this magnificent creature to the brink of extinction. Conservation efforts are underway to protect this iconic species and its dwindling habitat. The Philippine eagle makes its home in the remaining primary forests of the Philippines. These ancient forests provide the eagle with everything it needs to survive. Pairs mate for life, and their bond is strengthened through elaborate courtship displays. The female typically lays a single egg, which both parents take turns incubating. The Philippine eagle is a sight to behold. Its plumage, a striking combination of brown, white, and yellow, provides excellent camouflage. Large piercing eyes with exceptional visual acuity allow the eagle to spot prey from great distances. Its beak, sharp and powerful, is perfectly designed for tearing flesh. The eagle will perch patiently on a high branch, scanning the forest floor for any sign of movement. The Philippine eagle plays a crucial role in its ecosystem. As an apex predator, it helps to regulate populations of other animals. Habitat loss, driven by deforestation and conversion of land for agriculture, is the most significant threat to the eagle's survival. Hunting and trapping, driven by the illegal wildlife trade, also pose a serious threat. Climate change adds another layer of complexity to the challenges facing the Philippine eagle. From the skies, we descend to the forest floor where another remarkable creature captures our attention, the Tarsier. This tiny primate, with its enormous eyes and extraordinary leaping ability, is one of the most peculiar and endearing animals on Earth. Found only in the Philippines, the Tarsier is a living testament to the incredible diversity of life that thrives in this archipelago. Its most striking feature is undoubtedly its eyes, which are disproportionately large in relation to its tiny body. Habitat loss, due to deforestation and human encroachment, poses the most significant threat to the tarsier's future. The Philippine forests transform at night, revealing a hidden world teeming with activity. As darkness descends, the tarsier awakens, its large, sensitive eyes gleaming in the moonlight. The tarsier's eyes, fixed in their sockets, cannot rotate like those of other primates. To compensate, the tarsier has developed the remarkable ability to rotate its head nearly 360 degrees. Sound also plays a crucial role in the tarsier's nocturnal world. The tarsier's body is a marvel of adaptation, perfectly designed for its arboreal lifestyle. Its small size allows it to maneuver through dense vegetation with ease. Its long, slender limbs, particularly its powerful hind legs, enable it to leap incredible distances. The tarsier is a carnivore, its diet consisting primarily of insects, spiders, and small lizards. However, as deforestation continues to fragment and destroy the tarsier's habitat, This delicate balance is under threat. The tarsier, once widespread throughout the Philippines, now faces an uncertain future. Habitat loss driven by deforestation, agricultural expansion and human encroachment is the most pressing threat to its survival. The illegal pet trade poses another significant threat to the tarsier. Conservation efforts are underway to protect the tarsier and its dwindling habitat. By working together, we can ensure that the tarsier continues to leap through the Philippine forests for generations to come. Our journey through the Philippines' unique wildlife now takes us deep into the heart of Palawan. Here resides a bird of breathtaking beauty and captivating behavior, the Palawan Peacock-Pheasant. The Palawan Peacock-Pheasant, with its vibrant plumage and elaborate courtship rituals, is a sight to behold. Sadly, the Palawan Peacock-Pheasant is facing an uncertain future. Habitat loss, driven by deforestation and human encroachment, is pushing this magnificent bird closer to the brink of extinction. The Palawan peacock pheasant is a denizen of the rainforest understory. This habitat provides the bird with everything it needs to survive: food, shelter, and a suitable environment for raising its young. The bird's plumage helps it blend seamlessly into the dappled sunlight and shadows of the rainforest floor. However, this habitat is now under increasing threat from human activities. The breeding season for the Palawan peacock pheasant is a time of intense competition and elaborate courtship displays. The males, adorned in their finest plumage, gather in clearings on the forest floor. With their tail feathers fanned out, the males strut and dance, their movements a mesmerizing blend of grace and agility. The females observe the males' displays with a critical eye, assessing their strength, vitality, and genetic fitness. Once a pair has formed, they build a simple nest on the forest floor, concealed among the roots of a tree or under a fallen log. The Palawan peacock pheasant, once widespread throughout Palawan, is now restricted to a few isolated pockets of forest. Habitat loss and illegal wildlife trade threaten its survival. Conservation efforts are underway, but more needs to be done to save this magnificent bird. We journey now from the vibrant rainforest to the turquoise waters of the Philippine archipelago. Here we encounter the dugong, a gentle giant of the sea. Dugongs, often called sea cows, are vital to seagrass ecosystems. With their streamlined bodies and paddle-like flippers, they are perfectly adapted to water life. Growing up to 10 feet long, they're among the largest ocean herbivores. Despite their size, dugongs are graceful swimmers, grazing on seagrass meadows. Their story is one of wonder and vulnerability, highlighting the need for conservation. The dugong's life revolves around seagrass, a flowering plant that forms vast meadows in shallow coastal waters. These meadows are not just a source of food for the dugong, they are crucial habitats for a myriad of marine species, providing shelter, breeding grounds, and a rich source of nutrients. The dugong's grazing habits play a vital role in maintaining the health and productivity of seagrass ecosystems. As they graze, dugongs create open spaces in the meadows, allowing sunlight to reach the seafloor and stimulating new growth. Their waste, rich in nutrients, fertilizes the seagrass and supports the growth of other marine plants and animals. The dugong's digestive system is uniquely adapted to break down the tough, fibrous seagrass. Unlike most mammals, dugongs have a multi-chambered stomach similar to that of a cow, which allows them to ferment and extract nutrients from the seagrass. Their intestines are also exceptionally long, providing ample surface area for nutrient absorption. The dugong's dependence on seagrass makes them particularly vulnerable to habitat loss and degradation. Coastal development, pollution, and destructive fishing practices are all taking a toll on seagrass meadows around the world, threatening the survival of these gentle giants and the countless other species that depend on them. Dugongs are fascinating creatures with a long evolutionary history. They belong to the order Sirenia, a group of marine mammals that also includes manatees. Sirenians are thought to have evolved from land mammals over 50 million years ago, their bodies gradually adapting to life in the water. The dugong's closest living relative is the Steller's sea cow, a massive Sirenian that once inhabited the Bering Sea. Sadly, the Steller's sea cow was driven to extinction in the 18th century, just 27 years after its discovery by Europeans, due to overhunting and habitat loss. The dugong's story serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of marine ecosystems and the devastating impact of human activities. The loss of the Steller's sea cow underscores the importance of protecting the remaining Sirenian species and their fragile habitats. Dugongs are long-lived animals with an average lifespan of around 70 years. They are slow breeding, with females typically giving birth to a single calf every 3 to 7 years. The bond between mother and calf is incredibly strong, with calves remaining dependent on their mothers for up to 2 years. The dugong, once abundant throughout the Indo-Pacific region, is now facing a precarious future. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, classifies the dugong as vulnerable to extinction, with populations declining throughout their range. The primary threats to dugongs are habitat loss, entanglement in fishing gear, and hunting. Coastal development, pollution, and destructive fishing practices are destroying and degrading seagrass meadows, depriving dugongs of their food source and putting their survival at risk. Entanglement in fishing nets, particularly gill nets and trawls, is another significant threat. Dugongs, like other marine mammals, need to surface regularly to breathe. Entanglement in fishing gear can prevent them from surfacing, leading to drowning. Despite international regulations and conservation efforts, dugongs are still hunted in some parts of their range. Their meat, oil, and hides are highly valued in some cultures, making them a target for illegal hunting and poaching. The future of the dugong, like that of so many other endangered species, depends on our actions. By reducing our impact on their habitat, supporting sustainable fishing practices, and raising awareness about their plight, we can help ensure that these gentle giants continue to graze the seagrass meadows of the Philippines for generations to come. Our exploration of the Philippines wildlife leads us to Mindoro, Negros, and Panay. Here roams the Tamaraw, a unique creature embodying island evolution. Often mistaken for a dwarf buffalo, it's the largest land mammal endemic to the Philippines. With its stocky build and V-shaped horns, the Tamaraw is a sight to behold. Unlike larger buffalo, the Tamaraw rarely exceeds 3 feet in height. Despite its size, the Tamaraw is agile and aggressive. Its sharp horns serve as effective weapons against predators. The Tamaraw's story is one of resilience and adaptation. However, human activities push this iconic species closer to extinction. The Tamaraw is a creature of the forest edge, preferring the transitional zones between dense forests and open grasslands. This ecotone, where sunlight filters through the canopy, creating a mosaic of shade and open spaces, provides the Tamaraw with an ideal mix of food and cover. Their diet consists mainly of grasses, bamboo shoots, young leaves, and fallen fruit. Tamaraws are crepuscular, meaning they are most active during the cooler hours of dawn and dusk, when they venture out from the forest cover to graze in the open grasslands. These grazing habits play an essential role in maintaining the health and diversity of their ecosystem. By controlling the growth of certain plant species, Tamaraws prevent the dominance of any one species, allowing for a greater variety of plants to thrive. This, in turn, supports a wider range of insects, birds, and other animals that rely on these plants for food and shelter. The Tamaraw's preference for the forest edge makes it particularly vulnerable to habitat loss and fragmentation. Deforestation, driven by logging, agriculture, and human settlements, is shrinking and dividing the Tamaraw's once extensive range, forcing it into closer contact with humans and increasing the risk of conflict. Section 3. Island adaptations. The Tamaraw's unique adaptations are a testament to the power of natural selection to shape life in isolated environments. Over millennia, the Tamaraw's ancestors, likely larger buffalo that crossed over from mainland Asia during periods of lower sea levels, gradually adapted to the specific conditions of the Philippine Islands. Island dwarfism, the phenomenon responsible for the Tamaraw's smaller size compared to its mainland relatives, is a common occurrence on islands where resources are limited and predation pressure is reduced. This smaller size requires less food to sustain, allows for greater agility in dense vegetation, and reduces the Tamaraw's visibility to predators. Their distinctive V-shaped horns, shorter and thicker than those of other buffalo species, are another adaptation to their island environment. These horns are well suited for close-quarters combat, essential in territorial disputes and defense against predators, which, in the Tamaraw's case, historically included tigers and crocodiles. The Tamaraw's story is a fascinating example of how isolation can lead to the evolution of unique and specialized species. However, this isolation, once a shield protecting the Tamaraw from mainland threats, has now become a double-edged sword, making it acutely vulnerable to human-induced pressures. Section 4. A future uncertain. The Tamaraw, once found in large numbers on the islands of Mindoro, Negros and Panay, is now critically endangered. Its population reduced to a mere few hundred individuals, primarily restricted to the island of Mindoro. Habitat loss, driven by deforestation, agriculture and human encroachment, remains the most significant threat to the Tamaraw's survival. As forests are cleared and fragmented, the Tamaraw loses its home, its food sources, and the isolation it needs to thrive. Hunting, although now illegal, also continues to pose a threat, particularly from opportunistic poachers seeking to profit from the Tamaraw's rarity. Disease transmission from domestic cattle is another concern, with the potential to devastate the Tamaraw's already fragile population. The future of the Tamaraw hangs in the balance, but there is still hope. Conservation efforts led by the Philippine government, local communities and international organizations are focused on protecting the Tamaraw's remaining habitat, strengthening anti-poaching measures and raising awareness about its plight. The Tamaraw's story is a powerful reminder that the fate of endangered species is in our hands. By supporting conservation efforts, reducing our impact on their habitat and advocating for their protection, we can help ensure that this iconic creature continues to roam the forest of the Philippines for generations to come. Section 1. A shared responsibility. Our journey through the Philippines' unique wildlife reveals a tapestry of life as diverse and vibrant as the islands themselves. From the soaring heights of the Philippine Eagle to the nocturnal world of the Tarsier, each species embodies nature's power to adapt and thrive. Yet these creatures and their ecosystems face increasing threats. Habitat loss and climate change push many species towards the brink. Section 2. A call to action. The story of the Philippines' endemic wildlife is ultimately a story about ourselves. It is a story about our interconnectedness with nature, our dependence on healthy ecosystems, and our responsibility to protect the planet's biodiversity. The challenges are significant, but there is still hope. Across the archipelago, individuals, communities, and organizations are working tirelessly to protect these endangered species and their habitats. From establishing protected areas to promoting sustainable practices, from conducting scientific research to raising awareness, every effort brings us closer to a future where these creatures can continue to thrive. The future of the Philippines' unique wildlife lies not just in the hands of conservationists and policymakers, it rests in the choices we make every day. By reducing our ecological footprint, supporting sustainable practices, and advocating for the protection of nature, each one of us can make a difference. Let the stories of these incredible creatures inspire us to act, to become stewards of our planet, and to ensure that the rich tapestry of life in the Philippines continues to enchant and amaze generations to come. The time to act is now, for the sake of these extraordinary creatures and for the future of our planet.